the Gothic Republican, and just chilling out here, eating some macaroni and cheese and drinking some beer, and CNN's at it again with their fake news, scripted interviews. After the Florida shooting, and shoving their fake narrative down people's throats, and denying some other people who were there at the scene, denying them from, interviewing them and what they have to say also. And some of you probably think I'm just wearing a tinfoil hat. Go fuck yourself. I got some evidence on here about this. And no, I'm not talking about crisis actors. It has been disproven that there's no such thing as crisis actors. But scripted interviews are a real thing that CNN is known for doing. I know, some of you still think I'm crazy. Well, I got plenty of evidence for you to spark up some questions that you might have to ask yourself.
I expected to be able to ask my questions and give my opinion on my questions.
But Colton Hobb, a member of the junior ROTC who shielded classmates in the midst of terror, says he did not get to share his experience.
CNN had originally asked me to write a speech and questions, and it ended up being all scripted.
Colton wrote questions about school safety, suggested using veterans as armed school security guards, but claimed CNN wanted him to ask a scripted question instead, so he decided not to go.
I don't think that it's going to get anything accomplished. It's not going to ask the true questions that all the parents and teachers and students have.
This teenager knew what he was doing. With his training and knowledge, he knew to take action. This man actually saved lives. But yet CNN doesn't acknowledge him because they don't fake the fake narrative of anti-gun propaganda and ignorance. This is how dumb they are. Hey, what, you don't believe me? Well, here's another video, just otherwise. Well, it's pretty truthful. Oh, you might just say that he was, made it up, or how you say it, just, Some of you probably might have doubts about it. But this video I'm going to show you will open a lot of questions that make more sense.
We had a fire alarm earlier that day, and that was a drill, so we thought this was a drill too, just another one. Because we have a lot of fire alarms, a lot of fire drills at the school. After we heard the first gunshot, we initially thought it was a drill. Actually, that was a bad choice. Actually, that was a bad choice because the janitor... Sorry. You're fine. Honestly, when I was going out, I was kind of in... When I was going out, I was in shock. Yes, I don't know how to put this in perspective. So most of my friends that made it out, one of them went into a bathroom in the same hallway as the shooter. One of them went into the same bathroom, I believe, as the hallway shooter. He was in there at the same time, and he was in the bathroom, and he didn't know if he was going to live.
Well, it kind of sounds like he's trying to remember something. It seems like he's trying to remember, the script that he just read. Look, this kid is full of bullshit. Not full of bullshit. Also, his father was part of the FBI. The same FBI who fucked up and basically knew about the shooter's intentions, knew that he was a violent criminal, knew that he had guns and he wasn't allowed to have guns, about 39 phone calls to his house of arguments, domestic violence with his mom, and anger, tantrums, and gunfire from his place. 39 times that they came over. Kid, your father should have paid attention and realized what the fuck was happening. Don't take away my Second Amendment rights away just because your father messed up and should have kept an eye on a psychopath. But oh, imagine my shock. I tried to find this video on YouTube, couldn't find it, it got erased. Wow, seems kind of a bit strange, and I finally found it on Facebook. Well, isn't that delightful? Well, YouTube, where's that video at? Huh? Where is that video? You know what? You can hide the truth all you want to, but there's people like me who's always gonna find it. Assault weapon? An assault weapon. Assault rifle is a adverb, you moron. If I take a baseball bat and smack somebody across the head with it, or shoot somebody with a pistol, that is a assault weapon. If I had a rifle that was a semi-automatic, John Oliver and all these comedy artists and media sources saying, well, why somebody needs an assault weapon? And if you can't tell the difference between a semi-automatic and an automatic powered rifle, you are a epic moron. Semi-automatic is one pull, one shot. A automatic is you pull down the trigger, crap load of bullets come out. There's a difference. And yeah, there is only semi-automatic weapons available. I should know this. This is how uneducated the left and these millennials are. This is how dumb they are. And this is the main reason why I do not trust the school system in our country at all. At all. They don't know how to Google anything or look stuff up.
To be completely reformed, so you can't just walk into a building with $130 and walk out with an AR-15. We want change, and we know how to get this change. And the bill that was not passed yesterday, that was shot down.
What are you, fucking stupid? What are you, fucking stupid?
Well, I wonder why. Because I don't sound like a freaking idiot when I make arguments. This is the most dumbest, ignorant thing that she said. I wonder why I got shot down. Well, I mean, $130. Yeah, supposedly, huh? Yeah, AR-15, it's about $830 or $810. Some AR-15s come up to the thousands. Look, if you can't make a good argument to go up to serious people and basically with knowledge and actually have a logical argument, if you sound like an idiot, you cannot have a logical argument at all because you sound like a moron. And some of you people would say, well, if all the town hall speaking and all the interviews are scripted, you would think CNN would know about this stuff. Yeah, you would think so, but they don't. I mean, literally, they're so rich. They had iPhones, and they could have hey, we'll just Google this up real quick, 4chan. They didn't realize it was a fucking website. This is the same news organization that confused 4chan as a computer hacker for 3 days. A whole newsroom could not figure it out for 3 days. Well, in this picture here is my Remington shotgun. It cost me about $420. And it's a 12 gauge and it holds 5 shells. This is my Sky 9mm pistol. It cost me about $370. And it takes about 9mm bullet. I can walk into a gun store right now, sign paperwork where I live at, have I asked questions like, have you committed a crime or are you going through a divorce, stuff like that. They do a background check on you. It takes about 15 minutes. They see you have any mental health issues or felony charges or anything with domestic violence or assault on it. That goes for the same thing with gun shows and online sales. You know why? Because they're not going to sell a gun to you if you're going to have a violent past. Not anybody can walk to a local gun store and get yourself anything you want to. Not anybody can do that. And that's the truth. And you have to be 21 or older to get a pistol or a high-powered rifle. If you're 18 years old, you can get yourself a rifle or a shotgun. That's about it. But I'm going to say it again, and I'm probably going to say it another 100 times after this. We need to enforce the Brady Bill. That person who shot up that school wasn't even supposed to allowed to have any kind of gun at all because of his background. He just found one person who's willing to sell him guns and then basically avoid the law, breaking the law, and that gun salesman should be held accountable. Getting rid of AR-15s are not going to fix the situation. Getting rid of any guns at all is not going to fix the situation because they're going to find another way how to harm people. If there's a will, there's a way. You can use gasoline, you can use Molotov cocktails, there's homemade bombs that terrorists have made. Using a vehicle to run people over to cause mayhem. If somebody's that crazy enough to do that, they're going crazy enough to do anything else. That's why it's a good idea to have armed security and have metal detectors. If a bank can have that stuff, why not a school? They act like they're not going to have the budget. They do have the budget. And that's the one thing I don't get. That literally CNN thinks it's a good idea to let teenagers who are 16 or older to vote. When I was 16, I thought a facial tattoo was a good idea. Literally, when I was 16 years old, I thought living like G.G. Allen and doing jackass stunts was a fantastic idea. Was I dumb when I was 16? Yes, I was. Was it a good idea for me to vote then? Hell no. It is our Second Amendment rights to keep and bear arms. That much makes us different than any other country in the world. And all you people who complain about having a AR-15 or a AK-47 or any kind of rifle that looks super scary to you, you dumbfounded morons, is because you never know who's going to break into your house. You can have 3 robbers robbing your place who have guns, and what evens the odds? A big, huge, nasty rifle that looks scary as fuck and intimidating. And also, you have a right to protect yourself against a tyrannical government. And you're probably going to roll your eyes and say, oh, it's the tenfold hat kind of argument. Well, not necessarily. You don't know what's going to happen from 10 years from now, 30 years from now, or 50 years from now. I know what you're going to say. Oh, this is not colonial times. And the principle remained the same. If I said to you back in 2000 that it's going to be 2 airplanes crash into the Twin Towers in New York City, you would think I was damn right crazy. My point is, you never know until it happens. You will never know in the future what beholds of us in this country. I mean, how you look at this right here. The Soviet Union, Cuba, Germany thought the same way back in the day. And guess what? Dictatorships happen. That's the whole point, to defend yourself against a tyrannical government that can become a dictatorship.
Hitler took the guns, Stalin took the guns, Mao took the guns, Fidel Castro took the guns, Hugo Chavez took the guns, and I'm here to tell you, 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms. Doesn't matter how many lemmings you get out there on the street begging for them to have their guns taken. We will not relinquish them. Do you understand?
Second Amendment rights. People talk about freedom of legalizing pot to make it more accessible for people who just want to smoke it, just for medicinal purposes. But the people who sit there and talk about free college and free healthcare completely shit on the Second Amendment rights and think we're crazy nut jobs. Wow. The hypocrisy that I see. But I'll talk to you guys later. This is the Gothic Republican, God bless America. Talk to you guys later. Have a good day.